Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the Django. So firstly we will see an introduction about the Django. Basically Django is a Python framework that make it simpler to develop a website using a Python, and we can construct a web application rapidly and without installation or any dependency issue that we are typically encounter with other framework. And Django also emphasizes the reusability of the component and includes ready to use features like a login system, database connection, and the crewed activities. So now we will learn to embed matplotlib figure in the Django, and we will learn this concept with the help of example. So I will show you the example first. So here I create a Django project in the Visual Studio Code, and for creating the project we use a command Django-admin start project and the name of the project. And here I create a project with the name Embed Matplotlib underscore project. So after that we have to create an app inside this project, and for creating the app we use the command python manage.py start app, and then we have to pass the name of the app. And in my case the app name is embed matplotlib underscore app. So after creating the app you have to install it first. For installation of the app you have to open your project directory. Inside it you have a file with the name settings.py. I open this file, and here you can see that we have a installed underscore apps list, and in this you have to add the name of your app. So here you can see that I add the name of my app which I created, embedded matplotlib underscore app. Next we will move ahead. We also need a templates for the front end of the project, and for this you have to create a templates folder, and you also have to specify is its location. So here in the settings.py file we have a templates list also. In this we have a directories dirs, and in this list you have to mention the name as templates. Then save your file and move. So after creating the project and app, I need to create the model. Model is similar like a table or a database. So for this we have to open the models.py file which is located in the app directory. So here I open my app directory. Inside it I have a models.py file. I open this, then you have to write the code for creating the model. And here you can see that firstly we import the models, then we have to create the model. For this we use the keyword class, and then we have to name the class model. So here I create a model class with the name wheat price, then in parentheses I pass models.model module. Then inside it I create a fields with the name year and the price, and these fields are of type date field and the float field respectively. Then to show it on the admin panel, I return the year with the strf time. It means it show me the year in the year format. So here is the reason I pass percentage y. I want to show only the year of the date field. So I call the strip time method with the year field. After creating this, we have to register your model on the admin side. For this reason, we have to move in the admins.py file, which is also located in the app directory. I open this. Now I import the admin first, then I import the model. Here is the name of my model wheat price, and then to register it on the admin side we have to call the register method, and in this we have to pass the name of our model class which is wheat price. After this we have to create a file with the name utils.py inside the app directory. This file is not created, you have to create it first, and it is used for adding some helper functions. So here I firstly import the matplotlib.pyplot as a library, then I import the base 64, next I import the bytes IO from the IO, and next I import the date time. All these libraries I needed, so I import it first. Next, I define the function with the name get underscore plot. After that, you can see that I call the method bytes IO as it keeps the data as a byte in a memory buffer. Then I call the savefig function to save the buffer underscore IO variable here, which I defined here, and I save it in the format of the PNG. Then to change the position of the given byte, I call this seek method and I pass the 0 as an argument value to it, as I want to set the reference point at the beginning of the file or a stream. Now we will move ahead, and here you can see that I call the get value method or a function with the buffer underscore IO variable, as it take the value from the buffer as a string and then initialize it to the image variable. Next, to encode the string into the binary form, I call the base64.b64 encode function, and here I pass image as a argument. Now, to decode the encoded data, I call the decode method and pass UTF-8 as a value argument to it. As we want to get back the original data, for this reason I decode this with the help of UTF-8, and then I call the close method. It is used to close an open stream, and last here I return the graph. Then I move ahead and I create one more function with the name plot underscore graph, and here I pass x and y to it as an argument. Then I want to switch the backend to the AGG, so I call the switch underscore backend function. Next, I want to change the size of the figure, so I call the figure function, pass the fig size as a keyword argument to it, and also pass the value which I want to set it now. Here 6 is the 6 inches width and 4 is the 4 inches height. Next, I call the plot function, which is used to create a line chart between x and y, and additionally I pass the keyword argument marker, as I want to change the marker style, and I set it to circle. Then I want to rotate the x-axis ticks, so I call the x-ticks method, pass rotation as a keyword argument to it, and set its value to 45. Then I want to change the limit of the x-axis. I call the xlim function. Here I call the datetime.date method, and here I set the date between 1st January 2000 to 1st January of 2022. Then to add a label at the x-axis, I call the xlabel function, and as an argument I pass the label to it. Then to add the label at the y-axis, I call the ylabel function. Next, I also want to add a title to the plot. I call the title function also. And here I call the get underscore plot function inside it and initialize it to the plots variable, and in last I'll return this plot. Now, after defining these utilities, we need to define the logic for embedding the figure into Matplotlib. And all this logic resides in the views.py file. So I open this file and here I write the code. So firstly I import the render function, then I import the model wheat price, and from utils I import the plot underscore graph function. Here I create a view with the name plot underscore view, and I pass request as an argument to it. Then we have to call the query set. So I initialize variable QS and call the objects.all from the wheat price class. Then I create a variable x and y, and I fetch year and price from the class model using the for loop. Next, I create a variable line underscore chart and initialize it to the plot underscore graph variable and pass x and y argument to it from these variables. Then I render the HTML page main.html with the context dictionary line underscore chart. So with this we have also learned to create the view. Now after creating the view, we have to map it with the URL. So I move to my project directory. Here we have a file with the name urls.py. I open this file and here I write the code for mapping it. So here I write this line. The above two lines are already written. So I write from embed matplotlib underscore app, which is the name of our app, dot views, import the name of the view, which is plot underscore view. Then here I define the path URL. So inside the URL patrons list, I define path as, I leave the path blank, then I set it to plots underscore view, which is the name of the view, and I set its name to the plot. So next we have to define the front end, and for the front end we need the templates, as I told you. For this I create a folder with the name template, and inside this templates folder I create a file with the name main.html, which I rendered in the view. I open this file and here I write the code. Here I use the if tag to check whether it is a line underscore chart or not. If yes, then we call the image tag of the HTML, which is basically used to display the base 64 image in HTML. So with this, we have learned all the coding part. Next, we have to make the migration of the files to create the table schema of the model. And for this, you have to type the command in the terminal python manage.py make migrations and hit enter. It will take some time for execution. I have already done it, so it shows no changes detected. When you firstly do, it will create the schemas. Next we have to create the table according to the schemas. For this we have to run the command python manage.py migrate and hit enter. So you can see that it will shows that no migrations to apply, as I have already done it. So after that we have to create the super user, and for creating the super user we have to write the command python manage.py create super user. I have already created the super user. Super user is nothing, it is only the admin. So it will ask for the username and the password for creation of the super user. So after successfully enter everything, you will create your super user. Now I am going to run the server, and for run the server we have a command python manage.py run server, and I hit enter. Now here you can see that we have a deployment server link. You have to open this link and you can see that it will show me the plot, but in your case it will not show you the plot as you have not entered any data till now. So for entering the data you have to extend this URL with the admin. Now it will ask you for the username and password. You have to enter the username and the password which you have right while creating the super user. So I enter my username and the password, I log in. So here you can see that here we have a bar with the name Embed Matplotlib underscore app. It is the name of my application, and inside it I have a name of my model which I have created, the prices. And in this you have to add the data. For addition of your data you have to click on this add option. It will ask you to add the year and price. After adding it you have to click on the save and add another option, or you can also click on the save option. It is as per your choice. I will show you. Here you can see that I have already entered some data, and you can see that it shows me the years as an object of a data, as I return the year in the models.py file. I will show you again. Here you can see that I return the year in the year format. And now I open my plot again. You can see that it creates a plot between the global price of a wheat, and this y-axis represent the prices and this x-axis represent the years. And here is the plot. And with this, we have learned to embed Matplotlib figure in the Django. And in the next video, we will learn about WX frame.